coffee on the first date? For me, it's a yes. Simply because I want to see if I vibe with the person or if we connect at the same level. After that, if they want a second date, they would need to take me somewhere nice. I would even accept an ice cream treat for the first time. But the man would be paying for that. Now, to the ladies that do want to be treated to a nice dinner on the first date, completely acceptable. The boundaries and the standards are there for a reason. But do you ladies feel like accepting one of those two meetup dates is lowering the standard?
And just a heads up for 2026, yeah, playing hard to get does not work anymore. That advice was perfect for a time when people had less options, less access to other people, less money, less opportunities. That is not now. Now people have the internet, we have everybody that we can talk to, so there is no point in running and chasing after somebody that doesn't appear to want you. This goes for both men and women, by the way. Nobody's chasing you. As soon as somebody expresses interest, you tell them, I think we should just be friends. You better mean it, because no one is going to check and make sure that you're serious. Healthy dating in 2026 looks like communication, effort, consistency on both ends. And if you have any type of problem with that, feel free to thank feminism.
So many of these modern women, they want a man that's passionate about them. They want a man that shows an intense longing and a desire. An intense longing and a desire for them. And men are saying, after what I just saw, no. You ain't got nothing else to desire. You didn't show it all. Absolutely not.
What's your body count? Does body count matter to you?
What's my body count? My body count is a cool 15. And I think body count matters because I think it shows who you are, but I have a different worldview on body count between men and women.
15's not bad at all.
Just enough, just right.
Yeah, I agree. If it was like over like 30, that's a little much.
I agree.
My body count is 5. I don't know if I should count one of them. They kind of only lasted 30 seconds. Personally, like I said, if it's over 50 or 30, like I feel like that's way too much, but body count really shouldn't matter as long as you're clean and healthy.
There you go. Wrap it or lose it.
Yep.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how freaky are you?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how freaky am I and what's the most freaky thing I've done? I'd say on a scale, it depends on the person. With a person who's not really into it or whatever, I say I'm a 1, just get the job done. If it's with the right person, I'm definitely a 10 out of 10. And the most freaky thing I've done will not be enclosed on the internet. I'm sorry, y'all.
So many black men date and marry outside of their race for a social boost, for a...
So the issue I have with this explanation is that if it applies to men, which let's assume that it does, it most definitely applies to women also. This book, The Dating Divide, Race and Desire in the Era of Online Romance, was written by sociologists, and what it does is look at dating patterns today. What it found was that all men of all races primarily preferred women from their own race first, whereas women of all races had a preference for white men first, and then they had a preference for men of their own race. So when you want to talk about social mobility and the desire to move up, you have to include black women in that conversation, not based upon what I made up, but just based upon the evidence. And this is one of the issues that I have with these kinds of conversations. It can hyper focus on what men are doing wrong, what black men are doing wrong, and we're never really looking in the mirror as women. You mean to tell me that black men are the only ones who desire social mobility, but black women don't? Arguably more so, based upon the evidence. That is what we have found. And so I think if we continue to have these conversations that are really based upon maybe our own ideas or anecdotal experiences, but do not include data from actual sociologists and studies that can help shape these conversations, then it can start to promote misinformation. And in my opinion, it can really help fuel this unnecessary gender divide that's not really helping anyone.
You know, a lot of these modern women really don't understand that men are seeing the same thing over and over again. When I date this woman, it don't really matter if you're black, white, Hispanic. Men are seeing the same thing. And quite frankly, you're seeing it across different continents. You're seeing it in Asia. You're seeing it in Australia. seeing it here in the US, might be seeing it in Canada, you're seeing it in South America. It doesn't really matter. In certain sects and portions of wherever region you're in, there's a certain agenda that is being pushed where these modern women are acting a certain way. Men are seeing that and saying, oh, I know where this is about to go. I'm out.
Because all I do is care for our family and bust my off every day, but I don't get a thank you or nothing. I don't get anything. All these dishes, all the cleaning, all the extra work that I do, nothing. Because it's not your way. You control every situation in our lives. And I am fed up and done.
Sounds like an unappreciative man. Instead of recording, you should have been trying to console him. Baby, men like to be appreciated and feel loved too. In relationships, it's a two-way street. So stop always taking and not giving. Don't be like these internet blockheads and lose your relationship. Girl, go in there and check on your man, because he sound like he been complaining about this shit for a long time and you still on that bullshit. So go handle your business, baby girl.
When you get tired of the men in your life, go to Europe. I am telling you, the European men are so far different than the American men.
No, my friend, absolutely not. Welcome back to Conservative Dating 101, a highly requested topic. As a European, as a foreigner, I can tell you wholeheartedly, you as an American woman, if you go to Europe, you're not gonna get an ounce of the attention that you're getting here in the United States. And it's not because you look bad, it's because of the stereotype that American women are portraying on social media and TV all over the world. European men see American women as the opposite of an easygoing woman. They also see American women as women that don't know how to cook. And as a guy in the dating world in America, I can 100% attest to that. I will meet 20 women that don't cook to one woman that cooks. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Conservative Dating 101. But this idea that you're gonna turn into a passport girl and you're gonna go to Europe and you're gonna get a husband, that's not gonna happen, honey. That's not gonna happen. European men, we don't leave our mama's house without knowing how to cook. Okay? The same cannot be said about American women. You think we would entertain that? No, we would not. Also, Europe is very big on traditional roles. Something that American women are deviating from more and more and more every single day. So, by all means, be another single woman that is giving other women advice on how to stay single.
A lot of these modern women are feeling that men are not really investing. They're not engaged. The experience, the meeting, us being here on the date, it kind of feels flat, right? And while I understand, if you come out there, you should probably try to put your best foot forward, right? But you have to understand, men are reading you. They're watching you. And they're saying, oh, here we go. Like you say something and a man is like, because y'all think y'all are the only ones that do that. And a man is saying, oh, here we go again. He hears a certain thing or he sees a certain thing, sees a look, maybe you're wearing something and you're like, oh, here we go again. It's going to be a long night.
You can't have it both ways. Like, you either admit that, men are needed or they're not. If you are there screaming at the top of your lungs, I don't need a man, he sure can't be crying on the floor about how no man is reaching out to help you. It's just kind of like, ugh, it gives you the ick. I can't stand that phrase, but anyway, that. So let's dive a little deeper. Why do men need to be needed?
And modern women they're asking, how come good men kind of stop engaging with them, right? But you have to understand that, the kind of man you say you want. So the kind of man, well, I want a man like this, and this. And the man comes up in front of you, and you let the man go, right? and you let Chad and Tyrone play in your face, and then a couple days later, you want the good man to show up and rescue you. You want the good man to be a shoulder to cry on. What? Oh, well, you should allow me to do that in each and every situation. No, I'm a good guy. I'm not a doormat.
He doesn't call you because he wants you to call him first. He wants you to, he in his soft guy era. Whatever the fuck that is. I mean, anyway, he wants you to call him first. And if you do it, if you call first, if you text first, if you ask him out first, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I'm just telling you. It's a wrap. Not gonna work. Y'all listen. Men don't want to be taken advantage of either, y'all. Because there are women out there who are just going out with guys just to get free meals. And
do you think height matters in a man, yes or no?
Yes.
Step on the scale.
Are you famous?
No, I'm a nobody. Step on the scale. Stop distracting yourself.
Social media's mean. I don't want to be on your social media.
But it's mean to judge guys based on height.
It's just preference.
But your preference is a double standard if you're not stepping on the scale.
Big streamer?
No, I do YouTube.
Oh, okay. How many subs you got?
Just a couple hundred.
1,000?
No. We're about to hit 100K, but on Instagram we got over 600K.
What's your secret?
Be misogynistic.
Okay, so you're like trying to be class. You're gonna inspire the youth?
I already do inspire the youth.
To be misogynistic?
Yeah.
How's that an inspiration?
There's a lot of girls that think they're valuable in the sense of they think they deserve way more than they actually do, and a lot of these young men get trapped into that, whether it's by lust or whether it's by just a vision of being with someone because they're alone. But I inspire the youth to build confidence in themselves and don't give these the time of day.
Who cares if they're let them be. What's the point of like telling them what to do?
Okay.
But good luck.
Thank you. How many followers on Instagram you got?
More than you. Ted Czar.
Ted Czar? Why do you have a cocky persona though?
I'm not cocky.
Yeah, your persona's cocky. You said more than you. Like you try to flex on me.
With me. She wants to be with me.
Here, you want me to take it?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, of course. Have a good day.
Good luck, bro.
Bro got status mog.
If a woman's submission is based on a man's leadership, then what is his ability to lead based on? Trip?
His ability to submit. I think we've already established that tone in this conversation. I think in order to be an effective leader, you need to know when to move out the way.
Oh, that's good.
I like because, you know, and it's not to refute what anybody else is saying, but I don't think it's always the man who has the vision in a relationship, and I don't think it's always him that's supposed to. If let's say my lady is a lawyer, she pulling in 150 a year. The vision is clear. We're gonna need a few more years of what you got going on before we start talking about who I'm supposed to be and what I got going on. And if I need to lead by moving out of her way so she can accomplish some things to better us, then I need to be strong enough to do that. So I think a lot of men lead from an egotistical place where it's about what I want, not about what we need.
I keep seeing comments from men saying, I'd rather be alone than date another woman, and how happy they are in their solitude. And honestly, I get where they're coming from. A lot of times, these guys are a bit older, maybe they've been divorced, maybe they've gone through some heartbreak, custody battles, some real trauma. That pain obviously shapes how you see the world. But what actually worries me is the younger generations reading this, because as a mom of 3, I obviously want my kids to believe in healthy love and have happy marriage. So when you say all women are toxic and that marriage isn't worth it and that divorce is inevitable, what advice are you giving to young men? Never try, never grow, never risk love? I'm not saying ignore your trauma, I'm saying don't turn it into your identity. Maybe instead of man versus women, both sides could pause, look in the mirror and ask, how can we do better?
Do you think a man should ever ask his woman her body count?
No. For what?
To find out more about her past.
And what do you need to do with that information? What is that? How is that relevant?
Your past creates your future.
In what sense?
In every sense.
Well, give me an example.
Okay.
Okay, let's say you meet somebody who has a very low body count. What does that tell you about the person?
That tells you that they're more considerate of who they give themselves to.
Not necessarily, maybe physically, that doesn't mean emotionally.
The deepest level you can know another human being is through.
Nowadays, I don't even know if I would agree with that, to be honest.
Why would you disagree?
Because it's, especially here in Miami, it's such an exchange of services. The amount of times people have one-night stands here and everything, I don't think that's the deepest connection they ever make with anybody in their life.
If you met a guy today and you found out he had a history of would you even consider going out with him?
Would you put that in the same box? Relationship?
I'm just showing you the way men think sometimes.
I can see that. I just think it's almost like, oh, you know, how much money do you make? Or do you have a criminal record for?
Hey, put some clothes on. Yeah, their butt's hanging out.
I'm married.
Oh, I feel bad for your husband. You don't respect him?
Can we FaceTime him?
Yeah.
Hi, Michael.
Let me talk to him. Michael, your girl's dressed a little inappropriately.
Still untouchable, brother.
Untouchable, but she doesn't present herself as untouchable.
It doesn't.
People can look but not touch, but you want people thinking that they can touch?
No.
Okay, but you have a husband and you've had a 5-minute conversation with me.
What would happen if I put this on you?
I'd probably hit out of your hand before it could even get on me. Yeah. If you try. Oh, we've.
Hey, good, bro.
I'm good. Hey, the other wants to throw stuff too.
Unpopular opinion. A submissive woman controls a man without even trying to. First of all, she understands that submission is not about bowing, shrinking, or losing herself. It's understanding influence. And a woman who knows who she is doesn't have to overpower a man. She doesn't have to compete with him. She don't have to challenge his masculinity because she aligns with it. When a man feels respected, valued, and trusted, he's going to volunteer you access to everything. His protection, his provision, his loyalty, his decision making. You won't have to ask that man for near anything. She also doesn't have to force control because she inspires devotion. Men fight dominance, but they will surrender to peace. A submissive woman isn't a weak woman, baby. She is an emotionally intelligent woman and never has to beg for power because she already has it. And guess what? She knows it.
I pay for my own hair, nails, rent, iced coffee, credit cards, lashes, eyebrows, all by myself. So I talk to men however the fuck I want.
I just got one fucking question. Who the fuck else is gonna pay for it? Who the fuck else is gonna pay for your bills, bitch? No one. Fucking no one. Who the fuck is gonna pay for it? Of course you have to pay for your shit. You are a functional adult. Adults pay for their credit cards, for their fucking needs, for their rent, blah, blah, blah. And nobody told you to go get them fucking lashes. Nobody. Just because you're a functional adult does not mean you could go and talk to people however the fuck you want, bitch. Some of y'all are just in fucking La La Land. I swear, like, the fuck?
Yes, I do think that I am very beautiful. I do think that I am very attractive. Now what? Are you gonna type a comment basically trying to humble me? Basically trying to be like, oh, you're not all that. Oh, I don't think you're pretty. Oh, I don't think you're this, that. You're cocky. You're this, you're that. Y'all love confident women until confident women actually get on here and deem themselves beautiful and attractive. Y'all notice that, right? Y'all are always like, oh, well, I want people to be confident. Oh, I want people to be this, this, and that. And then once somebody is, now all of a sudden they're doing too much. Now all of a sudden they're arrogant. Now all of a sudden they're cocky. Y'all see this? Y'all see how hard you guys ride for trying to humble a woman for coming on here, calling herself beautiful? That is psychotic. That is truly psychotic. If you truly come on here and see a video of a woman uplifting herself and your first reaction is to immediately put a hate comment, to drive her to delete her account, I fear that you are insane. Truly, I fear that you are either extremely insecure or you are just insane. Because why do you care that much? Oh, right, it's because you think you're ugly as fuck. That's why. That's why. You know why? You know why I don't get personally offended whenever I see a woman uplifting herself and calling herself the baddest ever? Because I also know that I'm the baddest ever. Why would I have to compete? The only person I'm competing with is myself, babe. Y'all should try that.
Yeah. You want to know what men want? We hate the fact that y'all don't take accountability. You'd rather shut down, flip the script, start crying, turn red, act like you can't breathe, and you got the hiccups, the invisible hiccups.
You're right.
We hate that. Communication analogy I like to use. When a man is talking to you ladies, you have to treat the conversation like a game of football. In a game of football, we throw you the ball and you catch it and run it to the end zone. When I tell you something, I want you to grasp it, understand it, and run it home. But most of the time when we tell you something and we throw you the ball, you hit it like a baseball. You just knock it back instead of catching it. And then if the conversation go too long, it go from baseball to tennis. Well, you did this, you did that. Now y'all playing tennis. If you want your relationship to be fruitful and have an open line of communication that is effective, you have to learn to play football. When he tells you something, he's throwing you the ball. Open your arms and catch it. Don't just fire back with a bat to hit the ball back and say, well, you do this. We hate that.
I'm not kidding you. A 80-something-year-old lady just stopped and asked me for help. 3 men passed me by. Teach your kids better.
Ma'am, with all due respect, clearly you post on social media. You have plenty videos on your page. So I know when you scrolling, at least maybe once a week, you see videos of women bashing men. And of course, a lot of these men see these videos as well. So it's not that they don't want to help. It's just a lot of times they feel that if they do try to help, it's going to backfire on them, is all I'm saying. And a lot of these dudes are petty. So they go into these situations thinking these women need to keep the same energy in real life. You can't speak one way online and then expect us, not me personally, but them to help you in real life. The solution is we need to stop being petty towards each other, is all I'm saying. Respectfully, of course. Sensational.
If you want your bills paid, if you want this man to pay your bills, all you have to do is have standards. A woman has all the power in the relationship. A man only does what a woman allows. And stop allowing these men into your past, because these men will exploit your past. Your past is between you and God. These men start to lower your standards when you tell them your past. Well, I ain't gonna do that. Your baby daddy ain't do that. You ain't said to your ex-boyfriend when you was sleeping with your cousin, your baby daddy wasn't paying no bills. Stop telling these men your past, because they'll exploit it. And then they'll trick you into believing that they're the prize. These men ain't the prize. These men have never been the prize. These men are dusty bums that lay up with dusty women and have a bunch of dust mites. All the dusty women that comment, yo, you're going too hard on the men. You're going too hard on the men. You can't go hard on no man. It's the dusty men that you're in love with, laid up with in a bunch of dust puddles, having a bunch of dust mites. You can't get mad at me. Ladies, if you want a man to provide your every need, all you have to do is have standards and don't lower it for anybody, and keep your past to yourself. Your past belongs to you and God, not no dusty man, because the first chance they get to exploit it, they will. I love you. Peace.
You're just gonna curse.
No.
You're not letting me.
Hey.
Does height matter in a man, yes or no?
Yes.
Step on the scale.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. I'm like 140.
Okay. 170?
No. I know I'm 140.
170 pounds.
You just literally fixed the scale. Stop lying. I know my weight.
English?
Get the out of here.
No, she needs to eat more chicken wing, bro. She need more.
You want a chicken wing? He got one.
You bully me for my vape?
Bowl you what?
You trying to bully me for my vape?
Bowl you for your vape?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I know I'm 140 pounds. What the fuck you talking to?
You're mad that you're overweight? I'm confused.
I'm mad because you nigga just little fix the scale trying to like bully me for my vape. Nigga, I know I'm like 140.
You said height matters in a man.
Yeah. And
you're
140 and I know it.
But you're not. You're 170.
You're trying to bully me. Fuck off.
I'm not bullying you.
Dumb ass. You're trying to bully me.
Who's the one cursing? How am I bullying you?
Fuck off.
Are you gonna let me speak? You're just gonna curse.
No.
You're not letting me speak.
No, you don't get to speak.
Okay, I don't get to speak. You're proving the stereotype right.
Fuck off.
And then basadi agane le thagala kudu le ba too excited. Mara style se sa nna sa go ferea banna. You don't inbox a man, you don't text a man. He must call you. He must text you. He must show gore ke yana o nyaka. This man, they don't take a woman who's chasing them serious. Never. Mara lene state, you're busy calling. Stop this thing of chasing. Women don't chase. Men chase a woman. That's all. Chase you're going down. You are preparing heartbreak. If you're chasing a man, he will come to you.
It's not really fair that you get to go off and like go out with your friends and get all these drinks and spend all this money when we only have one income, of course, because I'm unemployed. But I like need that money for things for me too. Like I want to go to these Pilates classes. I want to stay in good shape. I want to go out and like have fun. Yeah, I'll grab another. Another? Thank you. So I just think it's a little bit selfish, honestly, and I kind of just wish that you were willing to look at us as a team rather than like a solo situation going on, considering all that I do for you.
I would like to say that my problem is with you and Andrew is that you guys like to act so holy and mighty and then come on here and judge others. But when the point is of Christianity or Catholicism is you are no one to judge. The only person that can judge is Jesus Christ, is God. You are not God. Why do you guys come here and play God?
I can answer that. First of all, I don't come on here and tell people that I'm holy and perfect. I've never said that. I went on the biggest podcast in the world and talked about where I had made mistakes in my youth. Now, my mistakes were not being promiscuous. What I say is the behavior is wrong. I say having sex on camera for money is wrong.
Does it say that in the Bible?
And it says that you cannot do
my boobs.
Yes.
Brian. Jesus Christ was friends with.
What
No,
name?
he wasn't.
What was that name that he was friends with? Because you made it up.
That's a
You
myth.
just make it.
That's a myth. Why are you acting like a baby?
Detective-
You're
I
annoyed
wanna be
because I dare put any sort of limit on what people should be allowed to do. That's all it is. You have daddy issues and you don't like being
I
told,
do not have
no,
daddy
you're not allowed to do that.
I love my dad. I love
Why
my dad.
doesn't your dad love you enough to tell you to get off hands?
Okay, if you're gonna make a video about your husband, how he's literally the worst man alive, and then your next post is not a divorce announcement, it's a pregnancy announcement, I need you to shut off your phone and stop telling us. You clearly like to be miserable. Stop telling us.
Now, this is something that I can actually agree with. However, there's a part that she's not discussing. And that part is that those same women that get online and complain about their relationships and marriages and paint their husband out to be the worst person possible and still stay with him, be lying. A lot of them do it for the validation and the attention of other women on social media because it feels good. That's why a lot of those women don't ever leave, because he's not really as horrible as they make him out to be. And not only do they refuse to leave, you never actually see this man. You don't even know if he really exists. And a lot of the times, if they do actually have a husband, he's not even on social media as much as they are. And so in turn, there's a good chance he's probably not going to even see the video that she made about him unless someone directly sends it to him, which is a slim chance, which now puts him in a position to probably never ever see the video. And if he ever does approach her about it, she's going to make light of the situation, make it seem like it's nothing when it really is something. And 9 times out of 10, he's going to be like, you know what, whatever. I'm not really tripping about it because I know it's not true, even though it should be a really big issue in a relationship. And then there's a good chance she's probably going to give him that head that she promised him 3 months ago. And he's going to feel better about himself. He's going to climax, go to sleep, and forget all about it. Unfortunately, that is the sequence for a lot of men in America. But you know what? I ain't got to listen to what I'm saying because I'm just a normal guy. Yeah, keep the change.
A lot of men aren't leaving the US to find a wife because they're passport bros. They're leaving because of what they're finding when they get there. Women in other countries were raised completely differently than women in the Western world. Most had mothers and grandmothers who taught them how to cook, how to care for a home, and how to honor a man. Nobody told them, never trust a man, or nobody taught them to compete with men instead of compliment them. So when a man shows up ready to provide, ready to protect for a foreign woman, a lot of them are very open to receive that. A lot of foreign women actually appreciate it. That's not a low value woman. That's a woman who was never taught to see her femininity as weakness. And look at what that produces. Many other countries that still hold family as the highest value, not career, not independence, not self-love journeys, actually have higher happiness indexes, higher birth rates, and more stable homes. Because when you ingrain in a culture that family is the priority, people actually build families.
Because the harsh reality is a lot of y'all don't want men. Y'all want doormats. A lot of y'all want to give men a safe space to have selective masculinity. I'm man enough to f*** you. I'm man enough to pay your bills, but you won't let me be man enough to run the household without a whole bunch of feedback, without a whole bunch of back talk. I'm man enough to take you on trips. I'm man enough to take you on shopping sprees, but I'm not man enough to discipline your children that aren't even mine. You want me to be selective with my masculinity. So you want me to be a superman when it comes to all of your needs, but you want me to be a half a man when it comes to the things that I need.
Man, this is the Nothing But the Truth live podcast.
I wish I was a man. Men got it so easy, bro. They go outside, make money, cheat on their girl, come home, food's ready, kids put to sleep, shower, then get up the next day and do it all over again. Y'all live the life, fella.
Who's doing this? This is... they cannot see. They only see about 10% of men. Yes, there's about 10% of men doing this. The rest of us, we got it hard. You don't want to do this. I promise you, you don't want to do this. Like, hey, props to y'all for having babies. All of the hormonal things going on. Like, that looks difficult. I ain't gonna lie. But what you just spoke about, that's only like 10% of men. He's a bad B. He's a bad B. I'm not gonna say he's a bad B. He's a bad boy. He's a bad boy. Y'all love them bad boys. Alright? The bad boys, the handsome bad boys, yeah, they doing this. But I'm telling you, that's a very small percentage. All y'all gotta do is just eat and lay on y'all backs and y'all winning. I swear. It's really like y'all do all this stuff, makeup and hair and stuff. Y'all ain't gotta do that. It's a game y'all playing with each other. Y'all will still get cracked. No matter what you do, you're gonna get cracked. A man has to, the rest of the 90%, they gotta do so much to crack the average. What you are speaking of is probably the man that you can't get. That's the one you talking about. You talking about like Duke Dennis or somebody like that.
And, you can sit up here and say, oh, is there a man that's willing to help? Is there a man that's willing to, kind of show that chivalry and stuff like that? But I think a bigger question you should probably be asking, and maybe it's probably a bigger problem, is, am I willing to give back? Am I willing to be feminine? Am I willing to nurture? Am I willing to put in effort? Right? Am I willing to say, okay, I appreciate what you're doing? A lot of women think that chivalry is only one-sided. And, a man is only supposed to do certain things, right? But let's look at your version of chivalry. What is it that you do? And then when we start asking those questions, we come right back on to the question that men be asking women, modern women, and they get upset. What do you bring to the table? What is it that you can do? How is it when I'm supporting you? How is it that you can support me? How can you support a family? Do you want to support a family? What type of person are you? And that's usually when modern women crash out and they don't want to answer those type of questions.